Hey, yo, what's up, YouTube, man? It's your boy, Ashton Jackson, man. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about that crazy thriller of a Sunday night that just happened. It was a 40-40 tie. It sucks that it ended in a tie. That game, the way that it was going and the way the storylines coming in and the way the game had played out, that game should have not been in overtime. I really felt that if somebody would have turned around or somebody was able to play that ball better when Jordan Love threw that ball in the end zone, we could have either picked it up or at least bobbled it in the air, then smacked it down. But real quick, before we even go into the video, just unsung heroes in this game for me, two of them. Nate Thomas, when Nate Thomas was coming in and filling in for either Tyler Guyton or Terrence Steele on certain downs, he played his part. And also shout out to Nate Thomas by putting a jolt into this team. So before we hop into the video, I would appreciate if you guys will like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment, and share my video with anyone who you think will enjoy my content, please. Hopping straight into it, man. The first thing we're going to talk about again is this atrocious defense, man. It's going to be the same issues. It's going to be the same talking points. There's not really much that we can really do. You know, James Houston right now looks to be your best pass rusher. Even at Jadeveon Clowney almost being dang near 35 plus years old, almost being 40, he was bringing a lot of pressure. Donovan Ezraku was really solid today, in which, from what I saw down in the goal line, making a stop by making the tackle on Josh Jacobs, making plays. Donovan Ezraku is going to get better when the season goes on and the season progresses. Donovan Ezraku is going to be a better player. I really liked, from what I saw from Kenny Clark and Osa Odighizuwa playing the run. Again, your front four and your defensive line is solid. The only thing is that they're not getting home at a consistent rate and they're not really affecting the passer. You were able to see that a little bit throughout the game, that they were able to anoint or move Jordan Love off his spot. But Jordan Love was able just to still dice you up. I mean, if you're looking at the game right now, and I'll ask of the offense to really do, I mean, again, this is the second time they were playing at home, and not only are you playing it at home, you had to put up 40 points again at home just to be able to stay in the game. We understand what this team is asking for Dak Prescott to do. But, I mean, look at Jordan Love. Jordan Love was 31 of 43 passing, 337 yards, 3 touchdowns. Again, he got sacked, fumbled to end the first half. Josh Jacobs had 86 yards on 22 carries. He averaged 3.9 yards a carry. Got 2 touchdowns. Emmanuel Wilson, their backup running back, had 8 carries for 44. Jordan Love had 3 of 28. Matthew Golden had 1 of 5. Again, we allowed 164 yards rushing, which is our worst rushing performance on the ground. But it really wasn't too much of a factor in this game. Yeah, they were able to run the ball when they needed to, talking about the Green Bay Packers, but it really wasn't what hurt you. What hurt you in today's game was the passing. You think about the first 2 drives in which Green Bay scored. That first drive, they scored that opening drive touchdown. 2 receivers were wide open in the same area, and Jordan Love was still able to get the pass off and make big plays. I mean, I don't really know what else we can really do at the cornerback position. I mean, we had DaRon Bland playing on the pitch count. We had, we had DaRon Bland on the pitch count. He was making some plays, but you can tell that, he's not really back to himself. Trayvon Diggs was making some plays. He had an interception, but it got nullified because of the too many men on the field. Trayvon Diggs was solid in today's game, but we had to sit him down because of the inconsistencies in which that he plays and him not wanting to tackle and things of that nature. But it is, look, it is what it is from your defense. This is what they're going to bring you week in and week out. Yes, we're going to have reinforcements, but the one thing that we need to get better at is that linebacker position. I don't know if we need to go out and go sign Eric Kendricks or whatever the case might be. I feel like the Dallas Cowboys need to go out and go sign a safety like Justin Simmons. And the reason why it's probably in their best interest to either sign a safety or call up UDFA Elijah Clark that we signed from Syracuse is because Malik Hooker was not able to return to the game with a toe injury. I believe he suffered that in the 3rd quarter. So Dallas Cowboys have to figure out something at the safety position and at linebacker, because we're moving way too slow, and I don't like the way that we have Jack Sanborn playing consistently. He needs to get off the field. We need to see more of Maris Leofau, understanding that he did make a lot of dumb plays in today's game by having some personal foul plays. But if we clean those up, he definitely can be one of your better linebackers. Kenneth Murray was very solid in today's game. Again, still slow and can't really cover like that. But when he was able to cover downfield, like on that goal line play, I believe, man, if he just turns around, that ball is probably intercepted. But it is what it is. That's it for the defense. Offensively is where we know, and I really can't get too excited because I know what this offense has to do every single time. One last thing talking about the defense. The defense was able to give you a couple stops in the game, but the offense was a little slow. But if we were able to capitalize on some of those early downs or those early drives in the game, I feel the Dallas Cowboys would have been able to score a little bit more. But, you know, Dak Prescott was 31 of 40. Again, just an efficient day for Dak Prescott. I believe he had the same amount of attempts as last game. He was 31 of 40 last week. He's 31 of 40 this week. He had 319 yards passing, 3 touchdowns. He had a touchdown on the ground. Bro, that first touchdown that he scored, it was just very reminiscent of 2016 when we played them talking about the Green Bay Packers in the playoff game. We spread it out 5 wide. He took a couple steps back on a quarterback draw, went down and scored. I remember Ron Leary had to throw him into the end zone. But that was really cool to see. Javonte Williams is just Javonte Williams, man. 20 carries, 85 yards. We finally wanted to see an uptick in carries for Javonte Williams, and we got those. He averaged 4.2 yards a carry with a touchdown. But other than him, you had nobody else. Miles Sanders was hurt with an ankle injury. Now this probably calls for you to either sign a free agent, or if you don't, you're probably going to have to bring up Jaden Blue. He's probably going to get the call up next week when you play the New York Jets. But George Pickens, bro, he looked like a damn wide receiver one in today's game. He was running wide open. He caught that touchdown after James Houston forced that sack fumble, recovered on it. We got the play. A few plays later, Dak Prescott threw a strike to George Pickens. He was breaking tackles, everything of that nature. It was a hell of a play, a hell of a game by the Dallas Cowboys in terms of what George Pickens was able to bring. He had 8 catches, 134 yards. He averaged 16.8 yards a catch with 2 touchdowns. Jalen Tolbert, man, that Dak Prescott fadeaway in overtime to Jalen Tolbert, dialing it back, right? With that big play that Dak Prescott threw and that big play he made at Jalen Tolbert, if we were able to run the ball just a little bit more efficiently on Green Bay and we were able to get some nice, decent blocks, and if you were able to score a touchdown on that drive, I believe that you win this game. Wholeheartedly, I feel like you win this game. But it is what it is. But Jalen Tolbert was 461. Jake Ferguson, he looked a little bit like himself. He was breaking tackles. He caught a big touchdown in the end zone. He had 7 catches, 40 yards with a touchdown. Cavante was 3 of 30. Miles Sanders was 2 of 17. Javonte was 3 of 15. He had 23 touches altogether. Luke Schoonmaker was 2 of 8, and Ryan Flournoy was 2 of 14. But, man, this offense is going to be the reason why you're in a lot of games. But if this offense isn't clicking, isn't flowing like how it is in today's game, you're going to get a whole lot of what happened last week, man. That's about it, really, for the video. I really like what the Dallas Cowboys were able to bring in today's game. I just wish the outcome was different. I wish that we were able to win this game. I just wish that Jordan Love held onto the ball for one more second, because if he did and the play resulted the way in which it did, it just would have been, clock would have striked out, game would have ended. But it is what it is. This defense needs to be a lot better, but I can't keep getting on them because we just don't have the personnel to really get on this team about how bad we are from a defensive standpoint. If we're not going to sign players and we're not going to make personnel changes, it's really not going to get a whole lot better. So, again, that's about it for the video. Hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe, stay blessed. Bye.